So good evening, everyone, and welcome to another inspiring session in the CHSG webinar series. My name is Aderonke Adekanmi, and I'm honored to be your host today. Today's session is very special to me, not just because of the topic, but because I have the joy of introducing someone I deeply respect professionally and personally. So our speaker this evening is a brilliant engineer, innovator, and entrepreneur, Mr. Oluwaseun Adekanmi. He is the founder of Crystal Hills Software Group, CHSG, US-based tech company delivering cutting-edge software and AI solutions. He studied on full scholarship at the University of Michigan and Arbor, and has spent over 20 years building impactful technology solutions. He is also the founder of NigerWork.com, a platform that uses AI to match top African talent with global opportunities. And personally, I'm honored to welcome him as not only our speaker, but also my husband. Please help me welcome Mr. Oluwaseun Adekanmi.
Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Miss sir.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Solomon, if you're with my slides, can you share my slides, please? Good evening, everybody. They gave me 20 minutes to talk about Naija work. I don't think I can talk for 20 minutes. So I'll probably just talk for roughly about 12 minutes, and then we'll get to the fireside chat because I think can you make it full screen, please? Yeah, thank you. Most importantly, we're just here to make the next urgent 2K. I see so many people here on for those on YouTube and on those on Facebook. Welcome. And yes, let's get started. My name is Oluwaseun Adekanmi. I am the humble product manager at Naija Work, and over the past couple of weeks, we've been working on this night and day, and a lot of the people that are here, are pretty much team members. Mr. Great is one of our back-end engineers, and you will hear from him later today. So this is not about me at all. It's basically a passion project of ours. So how many of you have heard of let me ask a question. How many of you have heard of AnyWash before? Anybody in school? Have you heard of AnyWash? Anybody? I want it to be interactive, please. Has anybody heard of AnyWash?
No, sir.
You know, go public university, Esther. I say Esther Hope. Don't be Potter Uniport you go. Auntie Dr. Esther, if you heard of AnyWash, please. Have you heard of AnyWash before? Dolapo, have you heard of AnyWash before? Nobody has heard of AnyWash. Wow. All of you are botio. Esther, you've not heard of AnyWash. Sure, it must be a Unilag thing. Okay, interesting. Dr. Esther, please tell me you have heard of AnyWash. Please on mute. Have you heard of AnyWash, Dr. Esther? Dr. Esther is not somewhere where she can unmute. You can use the chat box. I want it to be interactive, please. I'm not a lecturer. Okay, so AnyWash is basically those people that help you do anything in Unilag. When I was in Unilag, Mariri Hall to be precise, we had AnyWash that will help you literally wash your clothes, and that was where the idea of Naija Work came from. Those women sent children to school based off the money they made as AnyWash. I mean, they literally sent children to University of Lagos based off washing clothes, based off going to help you buy food at the restaurant, based off helping you do errands. So back in school at University of Lagos, me and my friends ran so many kind of those kind of businesses because we were broke. We were broke. And yeah, and that's where the origin of Niger Work came from. It was more like, how do you put money in the pocket of people that have time and they just need a urgent 2K in their pocket and they don't want to borrow. So Niger Work is connecting skilled Nigerians to real opportunities. And literally, if you think about it, that's the biggest problem we have right now in Nigeria. It's unemployment. So next slide. All right. So without plenty English, if you need a job right now in Nigeria, where do you go to? You go to probably all these wonderful places. They tell you to upload your CV. And Niger Work, we don't care about your CV that much. What we care about more is you being available. Your availability is more important to us than your qualification, and I'll explain. You have different kind of service providers, and they range from painters, they range from even bricklayers, they range from plumbers, ushers, restaurant cooks, that literally they don't have a school sat degree, they don't have a WAEC result, but they have available time and they can wash clothes, they can clean your house, they can cook. And you have another part of the economy in Nigeria that they are wealthy, they are living in Lekki, they're living in Ladering, in Abeokuta, they're living in these really expensive areas and they don't have time, but they have money. Nigeria Work is just trying to exchange the two. You have time, give us your time, we'll give you money. You have money, give us your money, we'll give you people that have time. That's pretty much it. So, next slide, please. Next slide.
So thank you so much, Mr.
No, I'm not
Oluwaseun.
done. I'm not done. I said next slide. I was saying next slide.
Sorry about that.
No problem. No problem. So the problem is high unemployment. That's the biggest problem we have in Nigeria. High unemployment. And when I mean high unemployment, the statistics right now is kind of scary. I don't even want to be mentioning it, but the population of Nigeria between 18 and 25, the population of Nigeria between 18 and 25 is so large. Like during the last election, I was hearing that between 18 and 25 was the largest percentage. I don't know the exact numbers, but they say an idle man is a devil's workshop. If you don't get job, my guy, you go steal. If you don't get job, you go steal. So let's stop broke shaming people. Let's stop let's provide solutions. That's where Niger Work comes in. And luckily we're tech bros and we're like, okay, how do we like just not just create like a jobber man, nothing against jobber man, they're good, you get, for the guys that have the masters and the first degree. The guy that is on the street right now that just is a urgent 2K, you get, and doesn't want to beg. How do they get it? That's the practical on the ground level what we're trying to achieve. And we need your support because the honest truth is that people want to help, but they are scared to help. When I say they are scared to help, this is what I mean. Assuming I have a home right now in Lekki or I have a home right now in Ladering and I have jewelries in my house. I don't have time to clean my house, But I'm also scared that if I give anybody access to my house in Lekki, they might eventually come and rob my house at night because they know the survey of my house. They know the landscape of my house. So how do we use artificial intelligence to literally match the skilled workers with verified businesses that need their services, with verified individuals that need their services? I mean, let me even simplify it. How do we get vetted workers on Naija Work? It's very simple. We have coaches at Naija Work. So when you come to Naija Work and you're getting onboarded, yes, you put in whatever skill you feel you have, you put in whatever experience you feel we have, but then our coaches are able to sit down with the AI tools we have in the back end and analyze those your skills. It's almost like a purpose driven back end where they can be able to say this person looks like he has an interest in this and this and this, and with this information this person will be suitable to be a cook. For example, if you come to Naija Work and you say one of your interests is cooking, when I say, okay, can you cook for somebody? Can you cook for a bachelor? A bachelor that is making 7 million naira a year does not have time to cook. Can you cook weekly for that person? Now, that bachelor can come as a business or an individual on Naija Work and say, I need this service. Now, here's where it even gets better. A business that does not have any cooking utensils can come and use Naija Work as a platform to do their drop shipping. In other words, they get cooks from Naija Work that cook maybe 500 dishes, high quality standard dishes, shipped to different people, and guess what? They didn't cook. They got all the cooks from Naija Work. Even now gets better. Let's take ShopRite. ShopRite, during the holiday period, they get a lot more people. Just Right gets a lot more people coming, so they need more cashiers. Now, the dilemma of every human resource, every HR, is time to fill a role. But when you have a vetted pool of dependable people that you can call on and say, can you come and do a shift for 3 p.m. to 8 p.m.? I'll pay you 2,000 naira per hour. 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. is how many hours? 5 hours. You make 10K. That is what we're trying to achieve in a nutshell. So the problem is lack of centralized, trusted platform for skilled workers to find verified clients, limited digital exposure for artisans and service providers, because you're a photographer, you have your camera, but you don't have a gig. And there's an event around you based off your location that needs a photographer. It's like that Uber driver. He has his car, he puts on his signal that I'm available, and then somebody says, hey, come pick me up. It's exactly the same thing, but we're not doing it for every form of service provider you can think of, from the painter to the server to the cleaner. I mean, if you don't have a degree, you can clean tables. So there's no reason to do Yahoo anymore. There's no reason to do Olosho anymore. We're putting back the dignity in work. But more importantly, we're also protecting the marginalized people that do this work that are mostly uneducated. Because when you see most people that do this kind of work, they are uneducated and they don't even know their rights. So Naija Work is that interface between government, between individuals and businesses. And I'll get to how we're going to help the government also with this. And I won't let out the bag too much, but we got something good coming for the people of Ogun State. So another problem is the heavy dependence on word of mouth, limiting career and income growth. Mon ya photo. Mon balel. I gave you guys the example of the Any Wash people. If any wash person can wash for 2 hours and make 5K, that same any wash person can work for literally washing people's clothes from comfortably from their home and wash maybe 10 families' clothes, and for each family make 10K times 10 families 100K. A lot of graduates in Nigeria are not making 100K. So let us leave this shirt and tie thing and let's get down to the streets. I am luckily from a good family, but I understand the street language, and the street language is hustle. You got to hustle for every box. Mr. Solomon, next slide. So the solution: we're connecting artisans, freelancers, and service providers with verified clients. People that they will not just use you and not pay you. So we are acting as a digital job marketplace where people who need services like plumbing, tailoring, Ileya is coming, you want to sew that clothes, graphic design, you want to do a flyer for your church, come to Naija Work, pastors. You even need a musician, come to Naija Work. Do you see where it's going? And we offer a rating and review system to build trust and credibility. So this helps good artisans and freelancers build a professional reputation. If you come and you do a bad job for me as a carpenter, I'm going on Naija Work and I'm rating you 1 star. Just like Uber. You understand? But here's the catch. The same way you can rate an Uber driver, the Uber driver can rate you too, right? So the businesses can rate you, the artisan, they can rate you, the cook, and your food was too salty. And everybody goes home happy. And then also we have digital profiles for users to showcase their skills and access continuous job. So you are your own boss. You can work at Alaga restaurant today. You can work at Madojutimi restaurant tomorrow. It's just fulfill your hours. Make $2 an hour times 40 hours. That's 80K a week. And the reason why I kept saying the 2K is because, let's be honest, the minimum wage in Nigeria right now cannot survive anybody. 77 something. It's not enough. So, but we are helping the government too, because once you come on board on Naija Work, I'll get to the government part towards the end. Next slide, please. All right. So why now? We have over 60 million unemployed. I'll repeat that again. That is 60. You know, sometimes numbers, we don't get it. Not 60,000. Imagine a stadium has 60,000 people in it. Okay, let's make it real. The current Faith Tabernacle seats 50,000 people. Let's say plus add-ons, plus all the canopies outside, 16,000 people. 60 million is Faith Tabernacle and all the canopies around it. Times 1, 2, 3, 60,000 people times 10. We are still not at 60 million, no. We're just at 600,000. Times 100. So I want it to be real. So we see these numbers. It's not just 60 million unemployed. It's just a number. No. Now, underemployed is also a bigger problem, because there's some people that are in some roles that they are not happy with. And that's another talk for another day. That's why we have our academy trying to empower people. And there's a partnership between CHSG Academy and Naija Work, where you can be hustling in Naija Work, but you can be learning crypto on CHSG Academy. You can be hustling on Naija Work and you can be learning product design. You can be hustling. It's a means to an end. Yeah, but it's not the end goal. So let me rush through it right now so that we can conclude. I said I was going to use 12 minutes, but hey, hope I'm not boring you guys. Are you guys following? YouTube audience, hope I'm not boring. Let me feedback. Let somebody just tell me, okay, I see a wave. Okay, I'm not boring. Okay. Somebody say something. Say I'm not boring. I beg, please.
You're not boring.
My product designer is here. Okay, I try. I'll finish in the next 10 minutes. I promise. Um, so Nigeria faces and this is it's a passion project for me. That's why it's hard for me to like just rush through this. Like it's something that I've seen the adverse effect of a man not being able to put food on the table. If you're a married man and you can't put food on the table, even the most loving woman, she go give you attitude. Nigeria work is helping to solve that. That even if you have a college degree and you cannot get a 9 to 5 white collar job in the bank, you can still go and hustle. You can still go and hustle and get a temp job as a receptionist in an hotel and make 3K per hour or 5K per hour. You can even become I don't know, bike rider. There's so many logistics companies that need bike riders. They don't want to go through the stress of every time high turnover. There are so many people that want to work, but they don't have that opportunity. So beyond the code, beyond the design, that's the problem we're trying to solve. And this is why it is so important now. Nigeria faces a serious unemployment crisis. I call Nigeria's situation an ICU, intensive care unit, especially among young people. And that's why again, we have such a bad reputation. Because everywhere you go, it's crime, 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 crime. And I don't want to dwell on that. But it's the reality, it's a crisis. And most are looking for side hustles. Even those with a 9 to 5 are still looking for side hustles. I have guys in Lekki, in Aja, that are doing 3, 4, 5 jobs. I'm being serious. Like trade work to survive. If you can knit, like knit, for me it is to survive. So Nigeria Work provides a direct employment and income channel for this large population. And the informal job market represents a 2.5 trillion naira untapped opportunity. The informal sector, like artisans, freelancers, and unregistered service providers, contributes heavily to Nigeria economy, but is largely unstructured, underutilized. By organizing this market through a digital platform, you can unlock this huge financial potential, generate employment, and formalize the sector. Next slide. I gotta run now. I have like 7 more minutes or 9 more minutes. The market opportunity, target segments. So we have artisans, electricians, carpenters, plumbers, hairdressers. You want to do your hair at home? Come to Nigeria Work. You will see the rating of the hairdresser. Freelancers, graphic designers, digital marketers, photographers, videographers. We get the gist, right? Everyday service providers, driver. How many times have you seen on your WhatsApp status? Driver urgently needed. But if the driver has a driver's license, but Baba de Mugbonko, you don't want that kind of a driver now. Cleaners, event staff. You get. So the addressable market is about 500 billion informal sector market in the southwest of Nigeria alone. I'm from the southwest of Nigeria. I'm a Lagosian boy. It's Aleko. You get is me. And I live a lot in Abeokuta. And there is money. Trust me. Trust me, there is money in this informal sector. Even from running market logistics, there's money there. Going to help people buy fish. Somebody still delivered 2 slots of cow portion to us for 50,000 naira yesterday in my home back in Abeokuta. And they still collected, after the 50,000 naira, they still collected 2,000 naira for delivery. And they didn't deliver it to my address, to my house address. They delivered it to our estate. We still have to go pick it up. You get. So there's so much money. And I always tell people, follow the money. There's an estimated 10 million, potential users nationwide in 3 years. I'll even raise that up and say even more than 10 million. But we're just being cautious. Like, next slide, please. So the business model is very simple. Commission on every job transaction. Every time a client hires a service provider through NigerWork and payment is made via the platform, NigerWork charges a 10% service fee. Pretty self-explanatory. The partnership and advertising revenue, brands and fintech companies interested in reaching artisans, freelancers, and service providers can advertise on the platform. These partners can pay commissions or collaboration fees to be integrated into the platform. Next slide, please. So we're seeking about 500,000. Small money. You get. And the production and technology is about 150,000, which we are building. And the launch date is October 1st, is Independence Day. And yes, marketing, PR, user acquisition about 120,000. That's digital campaigns, influencer marketing. Like I said, we're doing some things with Ogun State in particular. We're actually doing an offshoot of NigerWork, and we'll talk about that in other webinars, but I don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet. Operations and human resources about $80,000, and that is for salaries and community managers, verification officers, because it's a lot of footwork. You are going to be going to businesses and be getting what they need, the temp workers they need, the temp workers that Just Right need, the temp workers that ShopRite needs, the temp workers that is needed, on and on and on and on and on. Verification officers making sure that, okay, those businesses, you see a vacancy sign, you go in there. That's the operations and nurses. But you also have the service provider onboarding and training, and that's field onboarding of about 55,000 service providers, digital literacy training, because it's an app, it's a website. Baba Mukaila, the electrician, does not know how to use probably all of these apps. So doing a lot of digital literacy, even to the rural areas also, brand kits, workshop, and startup toolkits. Of course, we know we have to always cover our legal basis. So platform licensing across board, fintech payment compliance. We don't want to be charged like Paystack was just charged recently, millions of naira. Data privacy certifications and financial service integration, about $35,000. Just digital wallet development, fintech partnership fees. Don't want to bore you with all this. And the reserve and contingency fees, operational buffer for unforeseen expenses. About 600 million naira to drive NigerWorks product launch by October 1st. Yes, here it says in 18 months, but by October 1st, we need this, because this is the money we're going to keep using to run from now till end of 2026. Next slide, please. So here is what your $500,000 would do. By 2026, like I said, create about 10,000 verified job opportunities via the platform, digitize and train 5,000 artisans and freelancers, facilitate over 200 million in transactions, empower youths, reduce unemployment, and formalize the informal sector in Ogun State and beyond. The reason why there's an emphasis on Ogun State is because I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but yeah, Ogunwork is around the corner. If you go to ogunwork.com right now, you'll see it's actually linked to NigerWork, and we're building something for the people of Ogun State, because I am a Lagosian, but my family is in Ogun State. I grew up in Ogun State. I grew up in Omida, and I want to see the people of Ogun State excel so much. And this model, trust me, for partnering states that want it and are willing to partner with us, like Ogun State is partnering with us, like Ogun Tech Community is partnering with us through the president of Aderonke Durosimi, the registrar of West Midland Universities. If those tech communities in other states are willing to partner with us at CHSG Technologies, we will do Lagos work. We will do Bayelsa work. It's all about creating verified job opportunities for the youths. Next slide, please. So why choose NigerWork? We're tech-driven, We're a scalable platform designed for Nigeria's informal job economy, grassroots partnership ensuring authentic community adoption. We align with federal and state youth empowerment, job creation, and digital economy objectives. And my team is right here. Like, I have the best team in the world. Like, I just have to just brag. Like, I got great that has been here with us for like 3 years. Got Hope Bodunwa here. I have Mr. Solomon here from OU days. Like, these guys, they work 18-hour days, 17-hour days. Like, is a norm. And sometimes when they want to push it, they work 22-hour days. And the reason why they can work that much is because if you've seen all the ads on YouTube, on TikTok, it was vibes, tech, and what? Inshallah. Because we keep it laid back. You're working, but you're having fun. And I think that's the energy that we've been able to use to build for the past 14 years at Crystal Hill Software Group. We've been able to build so many solutions, from our school management software to our hospital management software. This is not our first product, so to even building for state governments. But now we want to build for the Nigerian people. And I'm so proud of our team. Our head of operations, Engineer Esther Joshua, and HR, finance, my goodness. Our creative team, my goodness, those guys are talented. Mr. Emmanuel Thomas, Timmy, our social media, Ms. Blessing Adekunle, our brand strategies, like so many people, Ms. Aderonke, just people on the streets, Dolakwa Konde. So many of these people came through our academic system, and we've been together for years, for months, for weeks. It's a lot of work, but we're ready for the work because I believe strongly as a product manager that in 10 years' time, Naija work will be talked about as a model used for alleviating poverty all over the world. I strongly believe that. Next slide, please. So you can see our interface. It's not just talk. We're not just speaking English here. You can see the painter is going for a renovation in Obantoko. The job description there. You can see the jobs coming, open jobs, painter, electrician, on your phone, based off your location. And real time, the person that needs you can see your location, you on your location, you clock in when you get to the location, you enter your 4-digit code that you ask whoever is the supervisor, say I just tried at Alaga. I'm using examples of Abeokuta, or whatever business you go and work in Lagos or in Abuja. We're going to be launching in 3 cities to start with. We're not launching in all the cities yet because we want to go slow. So we're launching in Lagos, we're launching in Port Harcourt, and we're launching in Abuja. All right, so you can see your earnings there. You see your earnings. You refer a business, you get a 50,000 naira reward when businesses you refer complete their first shift. And you can see the points you earn. We gamified everything so that you have incentives to show up. You don't just book a job and you don't show up. Next slide, please. So at this point, phone number is there. Let's get to Crystal Hill Software Group. Our contact is there. NigeriaWork.com is there. And I can only say thank you so much for listening to my boring self for the past few minutes. I hope I was able to make sense. Together, let's build jobs, empower skills, and transform communities. Thank you so much. Over to you, Mrs. Aderonke. Aderonke, you are muted. I think you need to unmute.
Thank you so much, Mr. Seun, for the powerful session. So now we move on to our question and answer segment, where we will not only hear more from him, but also meet the amazing team behind NigeriaWork.com.